Hey everybody, Dan Umpton, Tolmagrain, Lafreg tenure. This is merely seconds after we've filmed the Avengers reaction trailer. Why not give the Captain Marvel second trailer a second look? Here we go. Tol?
I'm ready for this, baby. I got my scotch slobber mouth and everything.
So, Skrulls are the bad guys.
Oh,
I love that. Something very cathartic about
yes.
And
It's also-
you're a Kree.
something about an old ass lady doing a flip that's
Yes.
Heroes. Noble warrior.
And Captain
heroes.
Marvel is the strongest of the Avengers, sometimes, right? But would you say
Yeah, I would go so far as to say like she's on a level at least like
Thor,
Martian
level?
Manhunter, Thor.
We found
I mean,
with no memory.
she's up there on the spectrum of power.
Of us. So you could
See,
live
who is Annette
longer,
Bening?
Stronger.
I don't know.
Like, there's nobody.
superior.
I can't think of like, is she supposed to be the Kree Supreme Intelligence or what?
I keep having these.
Boy, I have no idea.
It's like in the comics, it's just like this giant head in a jar that looks like
Oh, okay.
whatever that dude was from
You know how to fly
freaking
this thing?
We'll see.
Power Rangers.
That's a
Oh.
yes or no question.
It starts with a K.
Yeah. Also, Sam Jackson has a weird ass haircut for this supposedly being like 1993. Samuel.
Well, they're just making him look. I mean, giving him hair makes him seem younger. You know. I
He had a
guess.
better ass haircut in 1993 for real though.
I've never had an ass haircut.
Ass haircut. That is crazy. Is Lee Pace just like a regular Kree soldier at this point? Like Ronan? I don't know.
This war is just the beginning.
And is that
Skrull
a dark
is-
elf?
No,
Or is
that's
that
a Skrull.
Okay.
It's like Super Saiyan J4
That's
right
sweet.
there. I mean, this is definitely Thor level power that they're.
Well, I've heard that Captain Marvel is arguably the most powerful
Earrings?
Avenger.
When she's in binary form, I love that, by the way. Sam Jackson petting
Yep.
a cat. Yeah, I would say when she's in binary form, yes. I mean, she'd drop close to anything.
It is crazy what scotch does to your mouth.
And your brain right away.
Yes. But I'm like,
No, there's.
you're doing a much better job than I am.
Well,
I'm like, well, okay.
I mean, it's.
You got experience.
I'm the Jimi Hendrix of Scotch. Who's more powerful than Captain Marvel? wasn't the way I was. I don't know. Doctor Strange is on pretty.
Well,
high
Doctor
level
Strange,
there,
I feel
but
like
he also doesn't like.
he could just. I was like, why doesn't Doctor Strange just zap Thanos the fuck out of here?
Yeah, send
But
him to the dark
Thanos
dimension.
could just go, come back, right?
Sure. I mean, he could probably snap himself out of the dark dimension, but if he didn't have a time gem, and also if you
Is Dormammu more powerful than Thanos?
in the dark
Dormammu,
dimension,
I've come to Bergen.
in the dark dimension, I'm going to say yes because the Infinity Gems don't work outside of our universe. They
Okay.
only work within this dimension. Well, in this universe, maybe it works in the same dimension because it's technically part of the same universe. I don't know about that. I'm going to say that's a toss-up. I don't know. I guess depending on how the Russo brothers want to direct that, potentially.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a legit, like, why didn't he just send Thanos, to something out, like, into the
Why
sun?
don't you use time loop?
Or,
Well, I guess Thanos.
shit, yes. Time loop him.
Yeah.
Even if he's got a or even if he's got all the other gems, like, if you're stuck in a time loop, you do the same thing over and over again. Who cares?
Oh well.
I don't know. Anyway, I wish that Allison Brie was Squirrel Girl and Brie Larson was Captain Marvel. She is Captain Marvel.
Do you
Half
think
of
they
my wish is
will
already true.
the next phase? Because I feel like Squirrel Girl has really gained some traction lately. not lately, the last
yeah.
few years, where people are like, oh, first they were like, that's a real thing.
Yeah, and then they're
it
like,
was
oh,
like-
this is actually kind of a cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
I
I
don't
would
know if
like to
it's
see
gonna
a
happen.
serious, like a Marvel take on Squirrel Girl, like an MCU take. That would be very cool.
I mean, you know,
Like, how crazy can you get and still make seem whoa. How crazy can you get and still make things seem like they're based in a real universe?
dude, they made a movie about a talking tree and a
Yes.
raccoon, and then they made another one, and then they put them in the biggest movie of possibly all time.
Yes.
I don't know, and they can. I figure you can make that work. And if that's the case, like, let's just move on to like weird stuff like Flat Man and Doorman and Big Bertha and
Who's
just
Doorman?
bizarre. Just a guy who's technically part of the personification of death and just opens portals to anywhere.
Oh, okay.
But he's also just a dude from Detroit. It's real weird. Comics. I've had a lot of Scotch told. Very
Yeah?
short amount of time.
That's true.
It's going to be dope. I'm stoked for it to go Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan on some Skrulls. That's
Yeah.
going to be wild. I think Lee
Aren't
Pace.
those-
I think that's going to be an origin story for Ronan, and I think that part is going to be one of the better parts of the movie. I almost guarantee it. Because that doesn't really like.
Lee Pace, that's who, Jude Law. Jude Law's character there.
I think Jude Law is. Stop for a second.
Oh,
Why?
you thought the actor was Lee Pace?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Stop.
he was the he was the
He was
dude-
Ronan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was like young Ronan.
Wait a
And I was
minute.
like-
Okay. You were talking about Ronan like Jeremy Renner's? I thought you said
Ronan the accuser, the guy with the hammer in the first Guardians.
Okay.
And then
Wow.
Now we're getting all sorts of crazy. The only person that made a mistake was you, presuming that I know what the hell I'm talking about. That's all that it came from. Because I don't. I'm just watching these trailers and just like, oh, this is how they did it in a comic.
Scotching these trailers.
I'm an old guy with a beard and have very strong opinions in comic books. I mean, like, it's true to the spirit, not to the letter. Good with that.
That's what they should. Yeah, I agree.
So if Captain America dies, like, that's all right. Did it happen in comics? Sure.
Especially the way comic books work anyway. There's so many iterations of
Right.
all the characters that you can. The
Modern
MCU
mythology.
is its own separate iteration.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't do the same thing. Just make it a modern mythology. Retell it. Keep retelling it. Make it its own. Let me talk with my hands and gesticulate wildly, like you do when you've had too much scotch. You're just Captain Marveling everything. Hit me with that. All right. This has been the Captain Marvel trailer reaction. Was this worth anything? I don't know. Hopefully you learned what a Skrull is and the difference between Ronin and Ronan. The difference is vowels, bitch.
Yes, and Lee Pace.
Lee Pace. Hopefully you discovered that the original first appearance of Lee Pace from 1992, Marvel Comics, is worth $400 if it's signed and CGC'd. Did you see how I backwards cocked the gun? Scotch.